Hello everyone, I am Abroad That Travels, and if you don't know, I've been living on a cruise ship for the past 2 months. I just did 5 cruises on Wonder of the Seas. They are doing a 3-4-3-4-3-4 kind of setup. If you're thinking about going on Wonder of the Seas, if you're wondering what kind of a cruise you're going to get, I'm going to let you know in this video. So it's kind of interesting. What kind of a cruise can you expect over the weekend on a 3-day cruise? It's going to be a lot of bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, whatever, birthday celebrations. These are not your typical cruisers. This is not going to be a cruise where you can get an idea of what it's like to actually go on a longer trip, like maybe a 7-night cruise, 5-night cruise even. These are going to be your party cruises. So if you want to go and have a party, this is the cruise to do it. If you want to have a relaxing experience where you're going to different ports that are really nice, this isn't really it either. When I went on Wonder, we were going to Nassau and Coco Cay. And it got a little old. Those are not your nicest ports either. I will say I do really like Coco Cay. If you've never been, it is amazing. You can use your drink package there. You can use your internet package there if you purchase it. I do love Coco Cay. The thing is, if you're looking for a way to sample a cruise without much of a commitment, taking off work, if you're worried about, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like cruising, I want to do just a couple days, this is a good experience. The difficulty that I had was it was just very crowded, it was very loud, the vibe is completely different. The vibes are completely different. So if you went on a weekend cruise and you're like, I don't think this is for me, don't worry. That's not what all cruises are like. You will get time to get to know the staff. You will have, in my opinion, a better experience of what it's like to have a relaxing vacation on a cruise if you do it a little bit longer. But if you do a short trip, you want to have a little party with your friends, you want to just take the family out for a short vacation, I think this is great. I will say they had some really interesting things that I've never seen before. I was quite thoroughly entertained to see that they had a dance party. A dance off and a dance party up on the pool deck, and it got pretty X-rated. Like, honestly, it was something that I have not seen before on a cruise ship. I have not seen the staff twerk before. I have not seen people on the big screen right over the pool. I'm looking up at Central Park and I'm watching a twerk off and I'm like, this is grade A entertainment, right? You don't see that on longer cruises. Yeah, it was entertaining, but I will say, let's talk about the ship. Wonder is an amazing ship. It's the newest Oasis class ship. It has all the little touches that you wish all the other Oasis class ships had. And by that, I mean just like upgraded tech. They have outlets by your bed. Go figure that people want to charge their phones. Yeah, they have, like, even in public spaces, there's outlets. I could do work in a public space and I could charge my computer. It was amazing. I think that all the dining options were very nice. Even like Park Cafe had some like better options than I've seen before. I think that the ship in general is beautiful. It is updated. When I went on there, it was the newest ship that I had ever been on. Next cruise I just went on Icon, so obviously that's a completely different experience, but by far it was the nicest ship that I've ever been on. The one thing I do want to point out, and this contributes to your overall experience, right? The staff. And the staff know I cruise a lot. They had seen me back to back to back. I start talking to them more, and at least 4 or 5 of them that I talked to, they were like, this is my least favorite contract. I don't want to be here. I want to be put on another ship. And I'm like, wow, that sucks to hear. Like, why? And it's just too much work for them when they are doing turnovers. So when they have so many cruises, they have the 3-4-3-4. They have more turnover days, which is more stress for them. The cruisers don't cruise often, so they don't know what to do, what not to do. People are just like trashing areas and stuff. And so for the cruise specifically, they're just exhausted. They are distant. It's difficult for them. And I was just so surprised that a lot of them were just telling me this. I'm like, blink twice if you need help. And kind of one of the gals, my favorite chick in the Vitality Cafe, who's making me smoothies every day, she was like, last night I was laying in bed and praying to God that I would not get put on this contract again. And I was like, girl, let me tell you, I will put in the survey that you deserve a promotion, that you're the best employee. I hope that it helps you. I don't know how much it helps them, but she said she really appreciated it. And it was just really, because like when I went on Wonder, I felt like the vibes are off. This is weird. And it validated that feeling, just having those conversations with the staff. I try to treat everyone with kindness and respect, and I hope that it helped them view cruisers a little bit differently, and that not everyone is kind of disrespectful and trashing the place and stuff, but that's just the vibe on weekend cruises. And so if you're willing to battle it, I mean, it's still a great vacation. It's good value. You're just going to face things that you don't normally face on other cruises, which are staff that want to connect, have the mental capacity and time and attention to form different bonds, which really makes a big difference in your trip, honestly. So that kind of was my experience with the vibes on Wonder. So great ship, staff was overworked, it's party environment, really, really crowded, but let me tell you, the entertainment was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The Aqua Theater show that they had, oh my god, it was so good. It was an all-female cast, so talented. It was phenomenal. The thing is, when I saw it, it was on one of the 3-day sailings, and it was so packed I couldn't breathe. I was having anxiety because it was just the most packed Aqua Theater stadium I have ever been in my life. In all my cruises as a Diamond Plus, almost Pinnacle, I almost had to leave. I'm glad I just like blocked it out, because it was the best show I think I've ever seen. It was moving, it was just full throttle. The talent was like, these are like Olympic level. The dancers were amazing. I can't go on more, or I could go more on more about this show. It was amazing. So we also saw Effectors 2, which was really cool. I've never seen such a show with so many special effects, very talented singers, very talented dancers, really cool moves that they're doing, acrobatic stuff like that. As with the Water Royal Caribbean original productions, it's like there's kind of plot, there's covers of songs that have nothing to do with the plot, but the entertainment is very good. The people are very talented. So I think if I was traveling with kids, they would have freaking loved it. I really enjoyed the entertainment on Wonder of the Seas. So let's break down some of the pros and cons, for me at least, as somebody who is a full-time cruiser. Now granted, take this with a grain of salt, because I am very experienced with cruising. I cruise full-time, so my lens may be a little skewed. Let me know if my pros and cons are different than yours. If you had a different experience than me, what do you think of weekend cruising? What do you think of Wonder on the Seas? Let me know. So anyway, my pros were that the ship was awesome, upgraded, new, great features. I thought that the staterooms were very nice. Everything looked kind of like luxurious, very upgraded, very nice. It was the newest ship that I'd ever been on at that point. So very nice ship. I think in general the food was nice. The food was better food options than some of the other ships I've been on, even some of the other Oasis class. And the entertainment was good. Those are kind of my pros. Now for me, a con is that it was more of a party cruise. If that's what you want, that's definitely going to be a pro. So for me, a con was that it was very party energy. You're not around typical cruisers, so there's different etiquette, there's different things going on that you're like, this would never happen on a 6-night, 7-night sailing. So that was one of the cons for me. Also, just seeing the staff like drained of life was hard to see, and it's difficult to interact with them. Completely different experience, so that was a con for me as well. I also didn't like the Windjammer. I felt like their food options were not as good as other Oasis class ships. I didn't like the layout, so that was kind of difficult because I do eat in the Windjammer quite often because I like being able to get like grab and go stuff. But pro was their park cafe was really good. I really enjoyed it. Ate there super often. So that's kind of my pros and cons for Wonder of the Seas. Like I said, I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. If you have a trip coming up, if you've already gone on Wonder, let me know what you think. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Whatever you want to do, I'm happy to hear from you. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.